What's up everybody, my name is Mo, and today we are doing the BookTube TMI Tag. And I'm trying out a new angle today. And if you're new to my channel, then you would know that. If you are not new, then you wouldn't know that. If the glare in my glasses is annoying you, trust me, it is annoying me more. We are doing the BookTube TMI Tag today, and I have done the original TMI Tag, like the normal one, and it's right here. You may click the little boxy thingy that's right there if you want to go watch that video. This one is pretty much that, except about books and book characters and things related to books. Jumping right in with the first question, and that is, whose clothing style from a book, like of a book character, do you like? And for this one, I definitely have to say Piper McLean from the Percy Jackson series. Oh, where is it? Piper McLean from the Heroes of Olympus series, and I love her clothing style. She's got like her cool boots and her little army jacket, and I don't know, she's a child of Aphrodite. She's awesome. I mean, I'm obviously up to the latest fashion. Check out my shirt. It's Snoopy and gang at Christmas. Question number 2 is, who is your fictional crush? And it is definitely Percy Jackson from the Percy Jackson series, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and Heroes of Olympus. I love Percy Jackson. He was like my first love. You know, everyone's like, oh, I read Harry Potter and it was like my first book and I loved it so much, it has a special place in my heart. Well, I didn't read Harry Potter. Percy Jackson was my Harry Potter. And I don't think a lot of people are in love with Harry Potter, but a lot of people are in love with Percy because, I mean, how can you not? He's like the perfect person. Annabeth is lucky to have him. Another fictional crush I have is Peeta from the Hunger Games, just because, like, he stole my heart, kind of like the way he stole that bread for Katniss. So funny. But yeah, I don't know, I really like him. I vehemently, I think that's how you say that word, vehemently hate Gale. Like, hate him so much. Watched Mockingjay Part 1 the other day. Like, mini barfed every time I saw him. I cannot stand him. He makes me so angry. So maybe that made me like Peeta more. Is kind of what I'm saying, going with that whole spiel about why I hate Gale. I could complain about Gale forever. Where is this going? Question number 3 is, ever loved a character and then started hating them? And this one is obvious. It is Emperor Kai from the Lunar Chronicles series. Question 4 is the biggest/longest book on your shelf. The biggest/longest book on my shelf is House of Hades by Rick Riordan, at a whopping 583 pages, I believe, without the glossary. Question 5 is the heaviest book on your shelf, and I know what this one is right off the top of my head. Since you know I'm a Percy Jackson fan, you should be able to guess this, because obviously when it came out I had to buy it, and it is Greek Gods by Rick Riordan. Percy Jackson's Greek Gods by Rick Riordan. Damn it, I'm a fake fan. Question 6, do you have any book posters? No. Question 7, do you have any book-themed jewelry? No, I do not. I don't have any book-themed anything besides books. Question 8, who is your book OTP? My book OTP is Percabeth from the Percy Jackson Olympian series and the Heroes of Olympus series. Another OTP I have is actually from my favorite book of all time, The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, and it is Liesel and Rudy. Question 9, your favorite book series. I don't know if you've guessed it yet, but it is Percy Jackson. It's Percy Jackson and the Olympians, actually. Question 10 is your favorite book-to-movie soundtrack, and I don't care. Sherlock is a book, but I'm talking about the BBC Sherlock show. The score is really nice for Sherlock. I really like it. So if that counts, then that. Otherwise, I don't care. I have bigger things to worry about than the soundtrack. Like, are they making sure the movie is 100% accurate to the way the book is? Question 11 is a book story you miss or wish would continue, and it's obviously Percy Jackson. No, it's not Percy Jackson. Don't worry. Percy Jackson isn't the answer for every one of these questions. It is the Gallagher Girls series by Ally Carter. I love that series. I wish it would go on forever. Question 12 is your favorite standalone, and The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak is a standalone. It's my favorite book of all time, but to pick a different one, because you've already heard me talk about The Book Thief, I'm going to pick Just Listen by Sarah Dessen, because this book, I read it like in middle school or something, and it just makes me so happy. I had to go and buy it. I didn't own it. I read it from the library in my school, and so I had to go buy it so it looks all nice and new and fancy, and I just love it so much. Question 13 is, since when do you read books? I don't know what that question means, and many different booktubers have interpreted it differently. Like, how long have you been reading? I recently picked up reading the last year, like really picked it up, like, you know, starting the BookTube channel and all that stuff. I've really loved reading since, like, when I could read, though. Reading was always my thing. I was always the bookworm. I was always the one reading. Question 14 is, which Hogwarts house are you in? And I went on Pottermore specifically to find out what my real Hogwarts house is, and they sorted me into Gryffindor, which is totally wrong. I'm not brave at all. I'm not. I'm scared of everything. Personally, I don't like that there are only 4 houses. Like, I have to put my entire personality into, like, 1 of 4 categories. Question 15, quality you look for in a book. Good representation And female characters, lots of them, strong female characters, really good, diverse female characters. I want more female characters. Question 16 is your favorite book quote, and I do not have one. I never have one. I don't think I will ever have one. When I'm reading, I'm reading. I'm not like, oh my god, this one sentence speaks to me on a very emotional level. If you're like that, then cool, fine, that's awesome. You have a lot more emotional depth than I do. But I'm kind of just like, I want to read the words, absorb them into my brain, and get the story. Question 17 is your favorite author, and it is obviously Rick Riordan. I read everything he writes. I will always read everything he writes. Another favorite author of mine would have to be Marcus Zusak because I just love The Book Thief so much. I want to read his other books. I haven't yet, but I love it so much. I loved that book. You don't even understand. Favorite book of all time? Beating my Percy Jackson books? I didn't even think it was possible, and yet it is. Question 18, your favorite book cover. My two all-time favorite book covers are Mark of Athena by Rick Riordan, because it's beautiful, and Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, because it's beautiful. Question 19 is action or romance, and obviously the answer is both. I cannot decide. How would I decide? I love those two combined. They make an awesome pairing if you do it right. Question 20, where do you go when a sad moment happens? And I go over there. Question 21, how long do you need to finish a book? Not long at all. I am a speed reader. I read very, very fast. Usually like a few hours. No more than 4. Question 22, how long is your morning period? Really not that long. Like, I don't really get morning periods to begin with. Like, I don't know, I've never really experienced a really bad morning period. Even after finishing Blood of Olympus, like, I didn't really have one. I don't know. Question 23, what is your least favorite book? And it is either The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne, I believe is the author. Read it in school, hate it so much, most boring book of all time, do not read it. Or it would be 1984 by George Orwell. And I know lots of people like George Orwell, and I definitely know a booktuber who loves George Orwell. And so I'm sorry, but like, I hated it so much. Question 24, turn on in a character. Humble, of course. Question 25, a turn off in a character. Arrogant, ladies' man, rude to female characters. For no reason. Question 26, the reason you joined BookTube. I joined BookTube because I love books and I didn't really have a lot of friends. I'm new. Also thanks to Cass J. Tuck because she was my first booktuber and she was actually my first YouTuber and I just love her so much and she inspires me so much. She's awesome. Question 27 is name a scary book, and I don't read scary books because I'm a wimp. Question 28, last book that made you cry. The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. No other book has been able to make me cry since then. Question 29 is the last book that you gave 5 stars, and the last book I gave 5 stars is Ms. Marvel Volume 1 No Normal, which is written by G. Willow Wilson. And the artist is Adrian Alfona. I don't know how to say it. Question 30 is any favorite book titles. I have 4 favorite book titles, and one is Chains by Laura House Anderson, Just Listen by Sarah Dessen, and despite Miss maybe not being the best novel, Twilight and the series do have really cool names. And then another one is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak because it's a great title and I love that book. Question 31 is the last book you read, and the last book I read is Promised by Carey M. O'Brien. Question 32, book you're currently reading. Currently I'm not reading a book. I plan to read The Ring and a Crown by Melissa de la Cruz next. I haven't started it yet. I'm in a bit of a slump. Question 33, last book adaptation movie you watched, and it is Mockingjay Part 1. I watched Mockingjay Part 1 last weekend. Question 34, a book character you've always wanted to talk to. All of the 7 in the Heroes of Olympus series. All of them. And Nico, and Reyna. Basically, I want to talk to everyone in the Percy Jackson series really badly. Also, I would love to talk to every character in the Sarah Dessen's books and just walk up to them and hold them and be like, you're okay, I will protect you from Sarah, okay? I will protect you. Question 35 is an author you've always wanted to talk to. Rick Riordan! Surprise! No one is. Question 36, favorite book snack. I don't eat when I read. Favorite snack? I do like cookies. Question 37, book world you would want to live in. Technically, could I say like the real world, and then like Twilight exists in it, and Percy Jackson exists in it, and like the Mortal Instruments exists in it, and you know, like the real world, because all those books takes place in the real world, but we don't know about it. Like if I could live in that world where all those universes are real and like have them be real in the real world. Did that make sense? Because that's my answer. Question 38, what is the world that you would absolutely not want to live in from a book? Probably the Hunger Games world. Question 39, last time you smelled a book. First off, I love the smell of books. I do it all the time. And this is made obvious because like 20 minutes ago or so, I was smelling one of the books I picked up to show. Here's the clip of it. Yep, I smell books a lot. I love the way they smell. That new book smell is amazing. Question 40, weird insults used in books. And obviously, like the eat my shorts one that Percy Jackson said to a monster in Latin that one time. Percy Jackson has hilarious insults. Question 42, do you write? Yes, I do write. Not enough. Seeing as I'm an artist, I really want to write a webcomic. I really want to do a webcomic, but I need to commit. Question 43, favorite magical item? Annabeth's cap. Cap as in like baseball cap or Yankees baseball cap that turns her invisible. That would be super cool to have. Question 44, your Quidditch position. I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to the Quidditch positions. Question 45 is name a song you connect to a book, but I do not connect books to songs. Question 46, favorite book-related chat-up line. Basically, my book chat-up line will be to go up to someone who is reading a book that I love and be like, yo, I love that book, you love that book, let's do this thing, okay? I think we can already see we have a lot in common. Question 47 is, have you ever used it? Of course not. I'm not creepy like that. Question 48 is favorite book fandom, and if you kill me for saying Percy Jackson, I don't care. Percy Jackson, the fandom is great. Obviously, it's probably dying because the series is over. Shut up. No, it's not. Who said that? Question 49 is the fun one. How many books do you own? And this is the part where we count them. Yay. I love counting. On these first two shelves right here, I have 56. These first two shelves are the books that I like, ones I bought for myself, ones that I've read. There are some books like down here on this shelf down there that you cannot see. They're just kind of dumb random books that have gotten passed down to me. I haven't read them. They're too young for me, stuff like that. There's a dictionary, which doesn't count. Question 50 is, who do you tag? And I don't know. So I'll put the names here because I haven't thought about that yet. And I'm really hungry and I want to go eat. So the faster we end this, the faster I get food in my belly. And that is all the questions in the BookTube TMI tag. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too long. There were a lot of questions and I talk a lot about random things. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff YouTubers say at the end of their videos, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, that's kind of it. I hope you enjoyed and I will see you next time I make a video, which will be next Friday. Bye! The fact that my lipstick matches my shirts because I did it on purpose and I love it. I hope you like the little dachshund photo.